foreigner.
September 21st, it is Revenge Pro Wrestling WrestleRage, and we are kicking off the show. My name, Marcus Mann, here with Ted Hollowell. Ted, exciting night we got planned for us.
Yeah. Big night of action here in Erie, Pennsylvania for Revenge Pro Wrestling. And it looks like we're kicking stuff off with the Remix family.
Ted, you want to talk about the Remix family? It is Kevin Bennett, who we saw not long ago last event put on a phenomenal showing in that Revenge World Championship Gauntlet match, and his cousin Vinny Moon, who helped Kevin Bennett win that Remix Riot Championship.
Yes, he did, but unfortunately, Kevin Bennett coming up short. Not the way he wanted to end last show here in Erie. Not the Revenge World Champion. Teaming tonight, like you said, his cousin Vinny Moon, trying to go that tag team route. Let's see if it's successful for them tonight.
Yeah, from what I understand, this is an open challenge from the Remix family. We don't know who they're going to be facing.
Yeah. Oh! I think we got an idea.
Ted, I did not know the main event was in the building, and I don't think anyone did. This crowd has come unglued.
Especially the Remix family. Did you see Kevin and Vinny Moon hop down off the apron, looking at each other, screaming in each other's face? I had no idea that the main event was coming down to the ring, is what they're saying.
Oh, yeah. If you put an open challenge as a tag team out there, the one team that you probably do not want to face in this area right now is the main event. We're talking about one of the most perfect combinations of tag team wrestling in the United States right now.
Oh man, I'm excited. I've never called a main event match.
Boy, you were in for something. These two guys. The main event, Duke Davis, Gannon Jones Jr., man, this is a perfect combination tag team. This is like a Hall of Fame quarterback and his Hall of Fame wide receiver.
Oh, man.
These guys are always on point. And if you're Kevin Bennett and you're Vinny Moon, you got to be regretting this open challenge.
It looks like... Is Vinny Moon going to start stuff for the Remix family?
Well,
oh, no, maybe not.
Okay, there's going to be a discussion here who's going to start out. It looks like main event's already on the same page because it looks like Duke Davis is going to start out here. Man, if you're the Remix family, how do you scout an open challenge like that? And how do you prepare for something like the main event?
The only way I can think is just go back, watch the entire video catalog of Revenge Pro Wrestling on IndyWrestling.us. Look at any tag team. But by their reaction, I'm gonna guess they didn't do that.
No, they did not. Now, main event hasn't been here since March, and they were in a three-way match with the Dead Wrestling Society, Team Storm. Didn't end the way the main event wanted to, but on a standard tag team match, there may be no one better in the country right now. And Duke Davis making that hat look good. Oh, he's challenging. Look, he's challenging Vinny Moon to take it.
He wants him to take it. Oh, I don't think Vinny Moon wants it back. You know, maybe not. Vinny Moon tags in Kevin Bennett though. Is it just me, or does Vinny Moon look like Kevin Bennett like 3 years ago?
He does. And here's the thing. Kevin Bennett has had a very successful run here at Revenge Pro Wrestling. He's on his way to becoming a star here. But man, when you walk up against a tag team like the main event, it throws you off your game. Now, neither one of these guys is going to start this match.
From Moon to Bennett, Bennett to Moon. I think this...
Now, these guys got to get on the same page here. They're going to stand no chance if they don't get on the same page right here, right now.
No, it looks like both members of the Remix family in against Duke Davis. Davis throwing them both against the ropes. Double takedown to both members of the Remix family. Duke Davis tagging in Gannon Jones Jr. Oh! Both men charging. Bennett and Moon laid out in the corners. Ah! Collision in the middle of the ring. Bennett and Moon both down. Moon rolling out to the floor. Bennett unlucky enough to face off against Gannon Jones Jr. Now tagging out to Duke Davis, both members of the main event, going after Kevin Bennett. Nice stalling suplex from Duke Davis.
Big handoff with the squats.
Oh! Oh! Beautiful!
Now we talk about main event. There is probably, like I said, no tag team right now that has more continuity, knows each other better than the main event. And they're going up against two guys that are cousins. These guys grew up together.
Yeah. The main event, definitely a well-oiled machine. As Duke Davis catching Kevin Bennett from the top turnbuckle. And Vinnie Moon now. Oh no, it's Vinnie Moon. Ah! Vinnie Moon face first down into the mat. And Duke Davis planting Kevin Bennett on top of him.
Yeah, main event is just rolling here. Gannon Jones Jr. calling the plays.
Gannon charging, big boot to the face of Kevin Bennett. Cover now by Gannon. Only good for a count of two. Kevin Bennett getting that shoulder up.
We're seeing very good precision on the main event. We talk about these guys know each other very, very well. They've been tag team for almost, I think, 3 years now, but it's so much of the road, how much they travel together, how well they know each other.
Nice back elbow there from Gannon Jones Jr. Oh, and Vinnie Moon leaping back up as CJ Sensation is back turned, trying to deal with Kevin Bennett. Big boot from Kevin Bennett now, laying out Gannon Jones Jr.
Beautiful little corkscrew into that splash. Little extra torque on that. Got Gannon Jones Jr. down for a 2. But look at how Gannon just immediately up trying to get to his partner. Great tag team strategy there.
This is the most control the Remix family has had all match against the main event.
Yeah, this is their opportunity. I think they can kind of sense it. When you got the main event on the ropes, you got to take advantage of it. You don't have time to bicker anymore.
Beautiful elbow drops from the Remix family, both Bennett and Moon. Oh! Right into the small of the back of Gannon Jones Jr., covered by Vinnie Moon. Only good for a count of 2.
Yeah, that was a lot of punishment that Gannon Jones Jr. just took there. Surprised that he kicked out so forcefully, but that's the strength of a guy like Gannon Jones Jr. Look at those shots in the midsection, just lifting Vinnie Moon right off the canvas.
And Vinnie Moon now dragging Gannon Jones Jr. down by the hair, back down to the canvas.
Yeah, if you're Vinnie Moon, you got to do whatever you can do to keep a guy like Gannon down.
Cover one more time, unsuccessful for the Remix family. And Gannon Jones Jr. just 4 feet away, or even less, from tagging in Duke Davis. And I'll give the Remix family credit. Really good at cutting the ring in half right now. And Kevin Bennett, one more time, planting his boot right in the throat of Gannon Jones Jr. CJ Sensation has his back turned.
Yeah, if you're Duke Davis here, he's getting frustrated. I can understand that. This is his best friend. This is his brother getting his ass kicked in there. And he wants to get in there and fight, but he's not doing Gannon any favors right now.
Nice double drop kick from the Remix family, covered by Bennett.
Now, to your point there, you see Kevin Bennett on that cover. See how his body, when he covered with the kick out, was still in between Gannon Jones Jr. and Duke Davis.
Yes, very, very nice ring strategy there from Bennett.
Yeah, Bennett is an underrated ring general. We talk about his youth. We talk about some of the high-flying moves that he can do. This guy between the ropes has it. He's a very good ring general.
Bennett tagging one more time to Vinnie Moon. Remix family.
Yeah, utilizing that entire 5 count there.
Kevin Bennett slowly climbing up those turnbuckles. CJ Sensation telling him one of them's got to get out of the ring.
Yeah, get out of here. And Vinnie Moon nor Kevin Bennett, they're still not on the same page here.
Oh no, Remix family, both of them up on that second rope. It's not gonna be pretty. Kevin Bennett and Vinnie Moon, butt first down into the ring.
And too much time taken there to set all that up. Vinnie Moon struggling to get to the second rope. All of that coming back to haunt them here.
And now Gannon back up on his feet, only for a split second, planting boots right into the face of both Vinnie Moon and Kevin Bennett. Oh! Gannon makes the tag to Duke Davis. Duke Davis back in. Elbows for both Moon and Bennett.
Yeah, Duke Davis, one of the strongest guys you're gonna find. And he has leaned out and has gotten stronger and faster. And they're about to see power and speed right there.
Beautiful double spear from Duke Davis.
And TME, once you're in this position with them, once they've got you rocking and reeling, it is hard to come back.
Kevin Bennett back off the ropes. Brought right back down by Duke Davis. Davis possibly looking to end it, but Vinnie Moon back into the ring with Duke Davis's back turned.
Hard shots from Vinnie Moon. Give him some credit there. But Duke Davis just shrugging them off.
I think you spoke a little too soon, Marcus. Vinnie Moon, springboard off the second rope. Nice back elbow, but Gannon making the tag to Duke Davis. Vinnie Moon doesn't know it. Gannon turning him inside out.
Beautiful transition here.
Oh man, I love it.
Oh, perfect plex.
Oh, Kevin Bennett breaking the pin attempt. Not just breaking it up with a senton.
Yeah, right to that midsection.
Oh!
Blockbuster. I think he's got him here.
Kevin Bennett telling Vinnie Moon to do something.
Kevin Bennett's just forcing Vinnie Moon.
Vinnie Moon's out of it. Vinnie Moon is out of it. He doesn't know what's going on. Frog splash from Vinnie Moon. Come on, double cover by the Remix family. Gannon Jones Jr. still able to kick out of two, even with both Moon and Bennett on top of him.
Oh, I think Kevin Bennett thought he had it there. That was the plan. That was the big shot. They have thrown their big shot at TME and they're still standing.
Oh!
We know the problems that Kevin Bennett and Anthony Gaines have had with each other. Gaines not waiting. He's going right for Bennett.
And dare I say, I don't think CJ Sensation heard or saw any part of that.
Vinnie Moon very confident here that he can beat the main event by himself. Ted, we're going to see how that works out for him here.
Oh, Vinnie Moon, what are you doing, bud? Oh, no! Main event victorious over the Remix family in our opening contest.
The main event continues to prove why they are a class above everyone else in tag team wrestling right now. And a big win and an open challenge. But Kevin Bennett still got Anthony Gaines to deal with. That feud is not ended. We're going to see Anthony Gaines a little later tonight. But for right now, it looks like the main event is putting the entire tag team division on notice.
Better grab it from trash.
And the mood changes here at of Revenge Pro as Atticus Cogar makes his way to the ring. He debuted last event here in Erie and made an impact head. Atticus Cogar is one of the most dangerous men to step foot in a Revenge Pro ring.
Okay, tell me this. I'm not just seeing things. Those are faces on his jacket, right?
He's sewn those faces together to make his own garb, it looks like.
And is that another face on his face?
That is someone else's face. Talk about someone who hasn't been here in a little bit. It was last May when we saw Joe Keys and Rex Brody. Joe Keys wanted to have a big homecoming here in Erie. Brought his entire family. Things did not go exactly Joe Keys' way that night. And now he's got something to take Chuck Roberts. Now, Joe Keys is a very accomplished performer, as we just said there, but he's in a very tough spot here in this Fatal 4-Way. The stuntman Rex Brody, this guy can take punishment like I've never seen before. We saw him take that terrible fall to the floor last event and still be able to continue. But him and Joe Keys have a little bit of history here that might explode in this matchup.
Yeah, you were saying what? It was last May. He and Joe Keys met right back here in Erie. And I wasn't part of Revenge then. How did that go for Rex Brody?
Well, Rex Brody found a way to win when Joe Keys' own sister hit him from behind.
Oh!
So it was not the homecoming Joe Keys wanted. There's still some passion there between those two.
And finally, weighing in at 169 pounds, and he's the only wrestler, Mr. Regal Presley. This is Gregory Iron.
We're getting to see the Revenge debut of Gregory Iron, but do not get it confused. Gregory Iron is not a newcomer to professional wrestling. Gregory Iron has traveled all over for professional wrestling. One of the true inspiring stories in professional wrestling is Gregory Iron.
Yes, as ring announcer Chuck Roberts even just said, he's the only professional wrestler with cerebral palsy. And I think he's been wrestling for, what, almost 15 years?
Yeah, he is a long-standing veteran, a lot of the Ohio. But Joe Keys and Rex Brody, this personal issue is blown up already.
And it looks like Atticus Cogar and Greg Iron just kind of wait it out.
Well, Atticus Cogar is...
Oh, there we go.
He's not going to wait long. This is a vicious, maniacal person who loves to tear people apart.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Atticus Cogar scares the hell out of me.
He scares the hell out of most people. But when you've been wrestling for over a decade, like Gregory Iron, you've dealt with people like Atticus Cogar before. You dealt with people who think their shortcomings will hold you back. But Gregory Iron throwing hands right now.
Atticus Cogar stopping short of the turnbuckle, back elbow into the face of Greg Iron. And now double knees right into the throat of Greg Iron.
Oh, and that's go for that headlock driver early. Now this is explode already. Joe Keys is furious out here. I've never seen this man like this. And he's walking into a lot of danger, walking into moves that normally he doesn't.
Oh! Ooh! Joe Keys planting Gregory Iron right on the back of his head. Oh!
Got tied up in the ropes there.
Oh. Impressive feat of strength from Joe Keys. I know it does nothing like to help him in the match, but it just goes to show just how strong his abs are.
And Joe Keys loves showing off his abs, loves showing off his body. but I have never seen Joe Keys this incensed, and he is going right at Atticus Cogar. This is something out of Cogar's playbook here, with these hard shots in the corner.
Cogar now, it looks like he's biting the face of Joe Keys.
Atticus Cogar is a vicious animal in there. Keys, great transition.
Keys hanging Cogar up on that top rope. Off the rope opposite. Oh! Cogar launched from the apron down into the barrier. And Rex Brody back in the ring now. Rex Brody and Joe Keys back at it.
Oh, this has gotten personal. This involved this man's family. And Rex Brody is using Joe Keys' aggression against him. Now, if your Keys that smart, you got to get out of the way here. You got to get some time. He was taking some hard punishment there.
Rex Brody, though, out over the top rope. It looked like Joe Keys collided hard with that metal guardrail.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Nice Thez breast from Brody.
Yeah, Brody throwing hands here. He knows that Keys coming right out, and that right on the bridge of the nose.
Jeez.
Now, you can break a nose pretty easily like that, and that's going to be huge for Joe Keys, if not just the ability to breathe in a match like this, but that'll water up his eyes. He won't be able to see as well in there.
Rex Brody, opposite corner, charging. Oh, beautiful cannonball. And Gregory Iron back in now, going after Brody. Brody just throws Gregory Iron into Joe Keys like he's a weapon.
An overhead suplex that had turned into a cannonball. Oh, but look out here. These two haven't gone at it yet. And that's an equalizer right there. That's the veteran instincts of a Rex Brody. Atticus Cogar likes punishment, but he didn't like that thumb in the eyes.
Rex Brody now, off the ropes, hangs on. Allows Atticus Cogar to charge at him, giving Rex Brody the upper hand, or should I say the back elbow. Oh, Joe Keys colliding with Rex Brody. Atticus Cogar running things in revenge right now. Oh!
Just turned around with a big boot-style mafia kick right to the head. Rex Brody is out. And now Atticus Cogar is just running the ring here.
Beautiful kick to the side of the head of Gregory Iron. Shot to the midsection. Atticus Cogar looking to come back in over that top rope. Oh!
Lights out super kick by Atticus Cogar.
Now, Atticus Cogar could have ended the match right there. Beautiful super kick to Gregory Iron, and then he dives right out to Joe Keys.
Yeah, I think he thought Joe Keys might have been getting up to, would have broken up a pin or something there.
Leaving all of that time for Gregory Iron to break up the pin.
Yeah, Atticus, I think he thought Keys was going to break up that pin, so he went for that dive, but he doesn't get either pinfall, and now Gregory Iron in control here. All right, with a big transition.
Oh!
Step up senton right to Joe Keys, and Gregory Iron is feeling it. This could be such a huge debut for Greg Iron to beat all three of these men.
Really nice chops from Gregory Iron to the chest of Joe Keys. Iron off the ropes.
Plants him with a DDT there.
And Joe Keys is stunned.
He's out.
Covered by Iron. Only good for a count of two.
Gregory Iron trying to find a way here. Joe Keys early on, very aggressive. He's starting to feel the punishment now. Might have punched himself out a little bit, because he is reeling right now with Gregory Iron.
Nice corner clothesline from Iron. Now looking to climb the turnbuckles up top.
If he hits this could be it.
Beautiful crossbody from Gregory Iron. Pin attempt broken up by the stuntman Rex Brody, though.
Yeah, Rex Brody not breaking that pinfall up because it was Joe Keys. Rex Brody breaking that up to save this matchup. And now Atticus Cogar back in this with Rex Brody.
Oh my God!
Beautiful transition, Rex Brody laying out, Coger, and now looking for that big elbow drop, I think.
Brody climbing.
This is Brody's big moment here if he hits this elbow drop.
But Atticus Coger back up to his feet. Elbow to the side of the face of Rex Brody.
How does Atticus get up from that beautiful powerbomb face buster? Now biting Brody on the top there.
But if you see Gregory Iron back up to his feet, trying to get back up on that apron.
But this is too many men in one corner here. Something's got to give.
It looks like Gregory Iron climbing the ropes on the outside of the ring.
And this is the match right here, Ted. This is so much risk, so much reward right here in this moment, and I think everyone can feel it.
Oh, Iron, Coger, and Brody just trading elbows, chops. Oh, God. Coger up in the fireman carry position on Brody's shoulders.
Greg Iron not letting him go, though. Trying to hook in here. Now Joe Keys is back in. And Joe Keys just laying everyone out. He's got the floor here. He's got the good footing.
Oh, come on.
Joe Keys interested in ruining everyone's good time, but more interested in winning this match right now. Trying to hook Brody for something. Looks like a superplex, maybe.
But it looks like Brody fighting a little bit. Headbutt to Joe Keys. Joe Keys is down. Brody still up on that second turnbuckle. Gregory Iron back to his feet. Chops to the chest of Brody in the corner. And Gregory Iron climbing one more time.
They're fighting up top. And I said this match might come down to what happens in this corner here. So much risk with everyone packed in here. Now, Greg Iron getting his bearings.
Oh my God!
Beautiful Hurricane Rana. Northern Lights.
Oh!
What a springboard moonsault. Oh! Face buster there from Iron. He's in control.
Iron charging, eats a back elbow from Brody. Brody up on the turnbuckle one more time. Leaps off, nobody home. Rolls through though, charging Iron, eats a boot from Iron.
Yeah, Greg Iron in perfect control here.
Oh!
Leaping face buster. Greg Iron's got him.
But right behind him, Atticus Coger laying out Gregory Iron. No! I misspoke!
No, he threw with that half and half. Iron felt none of it.
Iron charging, eats one more elbow from Coger. Oh!
That's it, that headlock driver. And there is your three. Atticus Coger comes into Revenge and picks up a huge victory against 3 game opponents tonight.
Yes, definitely keeping that momentum going strong.
Atticus Coger undefeated now, 2 events in a row. Someone's got to take a look at this young man and see the potential as he continues to climb up the rankings against every single person that they're putting against him right now.
Absolutely, and Marcus, I'm glad you brought up that he's undefeated now, because we've seen what happens when people go undefeated in Revenge Pro Wrestling. PB Smooth later on tonight in our main event challenging Wardlow for the Revenge World Championship.
That is going to be a huge match. But right now, Atticus Coger gets that win, gets that momentum, heading into next event.
Let's get our party host to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, about to make his way to the ring, Big John McChesney.
John McChesney here to get the party started. It was last event. John McChesney came so close and being the first ever Revenge World Champion. But John McChesney here to throw a party for his buddy. It's a birthday bash. Everyone has decided, I'm gonna get ready for this party. I'm gonna hang out. I'm excited, you're excited, here we go. John McChesney's got presents, he's got party hats.
Raven. Today is his birthday. And I would like, right now, to bring out to this ring, Omega Aaron Draven. We're not going anywhere, but we're going to have one more show in 2019. Now, this is a legit true story. When I was a kid, I used to come to this room right here at the Avalon and watch boxing matches. And this place would get packed from front to back, shoulder to shoulder, people everywhere. And it was a night before Thanksgiving tradition in Erie, Pennsylvania. So we're changing the day. We're not doing a Saturday. Everybody's family is going to be home for the holidays. And I want you to tell every one of them about Revenge and about how good of a time that you have here at the Avalon. And I want the Avalon on Wednesday night, November 27th, packed to the walls! And I don't care about the big-time wrestling companies running on Wednesday nights. We are calling it the Avalon Wednesday Night Wars. And every last one of you bring 20 more people, because we're going to have the best show that you've ever seen. I have a couple of surprises. On that night, I have accepted a match against Team Storm's Jackson Argos. He's going to have our season in this order. So I went and called one of my other best friends. Who here remembers Braylon Revis? Former lead singer of Head, frontman of Achilles Confession, Braylon Revis will be in the house on November 27th, AKC. Now, all right, I gotta stop talking. I got you a couple things down here.
be here. The Dead Wrestling Society makes their appearance. Crimson and the War Child. I don't know what this is about. Aaron Draven confused, McChesney confused. We knew the War Child was going to be here. I don't know. I didn't have Crimson on my lineup.
American author Harlan Ellison once wrote, "History will decide whether I am a hero or a villain." See, we've been the villains when you were the hero. And we were the heroes when you were the villain. But the fact of the matter is this, gentlemen, united we stand. Our objective has never faltered. We are the Dead Wrestling Society, and this time we want revenge. So, gentlemen, in honor of this momentous occasion, I propose this. Mr. McChesney, Mr. Draven, Erie's so-called elite versus the Reapers of Revenge Pro, the Dead Wrestling Society. No disqualification. Street fight here tonight. What do you say, gentlemen?
This is big. We don't have this on our schedule. The Dead Wrestling Society is challenging Erie Elite, no DQ, street fight here tonight. Now it's up to the owners here. The crowd wants it, but
You heard him. You're damn right we accept that offer.
I guess the next question is, which one's the first head in the fire?
Crimson holding everything back for this matchup tonight. This is a blockbuster announcement. Well, we've just got a huge co-headlining match here as John McChesney and Eric Draven have accepted this tag team match, the Erie Elite versus the Dead Wrestling Society. No DQ, street fight. I don't even know if McChesney's got his gear here. But we're gonna see it later tonight. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that this just got added to our card.
Introducing me first, in the ring, at a total combined weight of 435 pounds, they are the team of Mr. DDT, Bruce Ray, his partner, Gordon Trash, Gordon Norris, together they are
DD Trash making their debut as a tag team. We saw Ron Mathis and Bruce Gray last event in a four-way match. This is such an interesting combination of men. Ron Mathis and Bruce Gray, sometimes friends, sometimes rivals, but anytime they are here, they are competitors of the highest degree.
They are to
Wrestling. Do not ever exclude Cheech and Colin Delaney together to infinity and beyond. They are getting hot and ready already. One of the best tag team duos out on the independent circuit. Cheech making his debut for Revenge here. We've seen Colin Delaney in singles action, but he has been an accomplished tag team wrestler with Cheech. Tag team champions at AIW. They were tag team champions at one point for over 300 days. Just recently competing for those tag team titles in the Chandler Biggins Memorial Tag Team Tournament. Delaney and Cheech always on the same page, always knowing what each other's doing, but Mathis and Gray bring a very unorthodox style. DD Trash, as you hear them chanting, trying to get themselves psyched up, trying to get everyone psyched up. They said they're an unorthodox duo. Mathis and Gray, no slouch to the tag team divisions. They've been tag team champions in many different organizations, including down to Rockstar Pro in Dayton, Ohio. Mathis and Gray, very familiar with the Dayton, Ohio area. It looks like Delaney trying to get Bruce and Mathis off their game. This is kind of Delaney's home territory. This is his hometown right now. He's been wrestling since with Revenge Pro Wrestling since the beginning, and has made this a standard bearer place for him. But in the singles division, he's got to transition to tag team wrestling. But as anyone knows, Delaney, one of the guys who can transition from singles to tag so easily. Trying to get the start. Mathis never really gets things started on time. Mathis always arguing. Cheech proven that Colin and Cheech a little more popular with the crowd here. As the bell sounds here, tag team action here at Revenge Pro. Like I said earlier, one of the top premier tag teams in the country right now. Cheech and Colin Delaney to infinity and beyond. Facing off with DD Trash here, Mathis and Bruce Gray. Ron Mathis in the ring right now with Cheech. And Cheech, arm control here on Ron Mathis. Trying to dictate the pace here on Mathis. Mathis, he may not look like it with his ring attire, but great technical wrestler. But that is the strength of Ron Mathis. They call him pure trash for a reason. One punch to the face, and he can alter a match pretty quickly. Big shots in the corner there. Mathis trying to gain control here. Irish whip into the buckle. Big back elbow from Cheech. And there we see Cheech's athleticism going to be his strength here against the more brawling Mathis. Beautiful transition over, leverage maneuver. Basement trip there, only a 1 count, but Cheech showing his quickness, his athleticism. It's what's brought him to the dance. And now Ron Mathis. He's a little frustrated and looks like he might bring in the stash guy. No, kick to the gut. Don't underrate Ron Mathis' intelligence in that. Ring veteran of many, many years. A decade of war Ron Mathis has had. Getting that athleticism of Cheech, so unorthodox. Throwing Mathis off here. Up and over goes Cheech. Mathis in with a blow. Eats the turnbuckle position. In with the senton. Cheech is feeling it here, feeling the momentum. This is really his strength, that momentum he can build, and then hands it off to his partner, Colin Delaney. Double team action here. Bruce missing the tag there. Wanted to blind tag, couldn't reach his partner, and that's why you wanted to. Beautiful tandem offense, only getting a 2 count there. Mathis is a tough guy. All that tandem offense. Looks like he's trying to break here, trying to get to the outside, break this momentum. Bruce Gray trying to get over, make the tag, and does. One big shot again from Mathis. The Colin Delaney changes the dynamic, and now it's Bruce Gray in charge here. Irish whip, the transition there, save by Cheech. Drop toe hold in, and again the tag team continuity of To Infinity and Beyond is evident there. Cover and a 2 count. It's an old Rock and Roll Express save there by To Infinity and Beyond. Delaney now using those forearms to drive right into the mustache of Bruce Gray. Bruce transitioning here, turning around, trying to get to his partner, and does. Blind tag by Mathis. Delaney didn't see it, but ducks. Big set of drop kicks for each man. And somehow, Delaney nips up and keeps the headband on. Went for a tag there. Bruce pulling Cheech off the apron. Now Delaney out after Bruce Gray, chasing him around the ring. Transition. Mathis got him. Double team move there. 2 count. Ooh, only 2. Mathis had that hooked for that sidewalk slam. Bruce Gray came in with almost a reverse DDT there. And somehow Delaney survived, and now Delaney in real harm's way here in the corner of Mathis and Gray, where these two, once they get you in a corner, they can dictate the pace. They can do exactly as they want to you. They're just whipping Delaney into their corner. And a big flapjack. Delaney up trying to make a tag here. Bruce Gray, Schoolboys. 2 count only. Bruce Gray using that cross faces right across the jaw. That's a hard shot. A little shimmy and shake. Right back down into the face, right on the bridge of that nose. 2 count here. Only 2. Delaney trying to kick out, trying to get to his partner as Bruce Gray is trying to cut this ring off, but going right to work on Delaney's face. And that bridge of that nose, those eyes, trying to water them up. Headbutt in the corner there continues the punishment. Delaney trying to fight his way out here. Needs to fight his way out. Needs to make a tag. Transition. A suplex right into a splash there. 2 and. Now again, Delaney kicked out, trying to reach to his partner here. Trying to make that tag. But he's taking a lot of punishment from Mathis and Gray here. Mathis hooking up Delaney. It's going to be for a back suplex here, but Delaney fighting back. Knows he's got to make a tag here. Mathis makes a tag to Bruce. Trying to cut Delaney off the pass here, not letting him get that tag. Both men in here. Go for that double back suplex. Delaney transitions out. Escapes through. Tag to Cheech, and now Cheech is going to try and roll here. Couple forearms. A little bit of ping pong action here, but Mathis cuts him off with that quick boot to the sternum there. That's the thing about Mathis. He's such a good brawler, so intense. Every strike counts with him. Every shot counts. Ooh, runs into the boot there from Cheech. Here comes Bruce Gray. He eats one as well. Both men staggered. Transition. She's trying to go for that run. I don't know if he got all of it on Mathis. Transition enough, but he got all of that. Power slam. 2 count here, and no! I thought Cheech had him there on that power slam. He's got him to go for this DDT here. Oh! Bruce Gray not taking kindly to any sort of DDT. They call him the master and the ruler of the DDT for a reason. He's not letting anyone take one. Uh-oh! Hooked up! DDT! Facebuster combo! Cover! Oh! 2 covers, 2 men, only a 2 count. To infinity and beyond, trying to finish this. And transition again, here we go. Bruce finds a way away from that. Back elbow from Mathis. Little extra torque on that Bulldog. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Power driver, that is it. 1, 2, oh. Delaney with the save. Colin Delaney just saved this match. And now he's fighting back here. He's all guts here. Remember, Delaney took all those shots in the face earlier. Ran the bridge that nose. Got to worry about his breathing, but he's getting through here. Transition DDT. That's it. That is it. I think they had this match won on Delaney, but Gray and Mathis not satisfied. Looks like they're going to try and take apart to infinity and beyond. She rolls through there. They hit heads. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Bruce Gray just DDT'd his own partner. It was an accident. She tripped him up. Mathis is out. Delaney is out. And now it's gut check time for these 2 men. Back and forth. Big knee. And now Cheech going up here. It took too long there, and Ron Mathis back up. That European uppercut. Mathis trying to go to Gray here, trying to get his partner rolling, trying to finish this off. Mathis transitions to the other side. Gray going up. They got something planned here. Delaney catches Mathis. Press off the top. Oh! Bruce Gray right into that stunner. Oh no, they got Bruce hung up. Big forearm shot to Mathis. Codebreaker holds him down. Power bomb. Gray on to Mathis. 1, 2, 3, and they got him.
We are losers
To infinity and beyond with a big win, proving once again why they are one of the top tag teams in the country right now. The tag team division here at Revenge Pro continues to heat up. The main event return, Cheech and Delaney with a successful debut as a tag team. DDT Trash also looking great. And you gotta think, as things roll on here, this tag team division continues to implode here. We gotta be excited for more tag team action, but after tonight, to infinity and beyond, with a big victory here in Erie at Revenge.
WrestleRage action continues with this holy contest. Settle more phone call. Introducing the first, making his way to the ring of the City of Heroes. In 235 pounds, Bruce
with us for a little bit there, do some backstage interviews. Let's talk about one of those backstage interviews you had with Daniel Eads that went on our Facebook. Man talked a little about he feels like man feels he's a fluke here because of what's been going on.
Yeah, exactly. It was a win over big-time Bill Collier down in RWA down near Pittsburgh that got Daniel Eads on the radar. Got Daniel Eads on the radar of Revenge Pro, and it was big-time Bill Collier who got him into here. I don't remember if I said that before Chuck Roberts was doing his introduction or not. But Daniel Eads victorious over Jake Omen last month and had the gusto to challenge one of the big, I can't even say, one of the power player of Revenge Pro Wrestling, big-time Bill Collier, in his second match here. I don't know, Marcus, how do you think this one's going to go?
Well,
I honestly don't know.
Well, yeah, you look at big-time Bill Collier, who last event got through that brutal match. The gauntlet match we had for the first World Championship here. And big-time Bill Collier got through Omega Aaron Draven. He got through Colin Delaney. He got through Kevin Bennett with a bruised hand. His hand was damaged. He got through all of that. It was Wardlow in a steel chair that finally took it away from Big Collier. If you're Daniel Eads and you want to call out the biggest dog in the fight, this may be the biggest dog we got.
I mean, that's
I'm not trying to shortchange PV Smooth or Wardlow, who we'll see later tonight. Bill Collier proved a lot last event.
That's definitely the way to do it if you're Daniel Eads. You walk in, you scope out the yard, you find the biggest dog in it, and you challenge him. You want to take down that biggest dog.
You know, if you go to the Revenge Pro Facebook page, Ted, you see a lot of your backstage interviews. Like I said, you did that one with Daniel Eads, and he said he was very upset that they said the matchup they had, that Bill Collier went, this is the guy, and a Facebook post that said it might have been a fluke. And I gotta ask you, as you're standing there and you see the anger coming out of Eads' eyes, have you seen anyone as hungry as this young man?
I don't believe I have, no. And I'm gonna go on record. I don't think it was any fluke that Daniel Eads beat big-time Bill Collier. I see a lot of potential in this young man.
Now this is gonna be big here. This lockup from these two powerhouses here, as they kind of feel each other out. This is gonna be an interesting feeling out process. They have wrestled before. We have talked about that. But things have changed since then. Things have changed for Bill Collier. Things have changed for Daniel Eads. Month in, month out, these guys hit the gym. Their games change. This feeling out process is very important for two guys like this.
Absolutely. Daniel Eads, headlock on big-time Bill Collier now. Collier able to slip out of it, headlock of his own.
And big-time Bill Collier, let's not get it complicated here. He is one of the largest athletes you're going to find.
Oh!
Big arm drag there. And that shocked big-time Bill Collier. I was about to say, this guy is a big guy. He's got that big right hand, but he's an underrated technical wrestler in there too.
Absolutely. And I like how that big arm drag came immediately after you said, big-time Bill Collier, one of the biggest guys you'll see in this ring. Daniel Eads throwing him around like he's a Raggedy Andy doll.
That was a beautifully deep arm drag. And I think that took Bill by such surprise. You don't see Bill Collier get arm dragged very often. That's a leverage and speed, but that's so much power and torque that comes with a maneuver like that. He's not used to getting thrown over the top of his head like that.
Absolutely.
A man like Bill Collier and a man like Daniel is not used to going head over heels.
Tie up one more time. Eads with the upper hand.
Back to that headlock. I talked about this with Daniel Eads before last event. So simple, so elementary. A headlock maneuver with a man that size. It hurts. And he just hurt his shoulder on that shot right there.
It's a lot of mass to be knocking down.
Yeah, that might come into play later. Let's see. Ooh. No.
Oh, man. Daniel Eads, impressive early on against Bill Collier.
Bill Collier going for that hip toss, transition through with the hips, and Daniel Eads hip tosses Bill Collier. And Bill's a little shocked there. And like we said, they have wrestled before, but things have changed since then. And Bill Collier is very impressed. And already Daniel Eads proving this was no fluke.
I don't want to say that big time Bill Collier didn't know what Daniel Eads was going to bring to the dance, but there's been a couple of times, even in this match, where he's like, okay. Eads off the ropes.
There it is.
Oh.
And that's what Bill Collier can bring to any match. One big shot like that. And now Bill Collier in control, big uppercut. I feel like Ted, at some point I gotta stop using the adjective big when it comes to Bill Collier. Because everything he does is big. Every uppercut, every shot, every move is big with this guy.
Marcus, I've been falling into that pit hole for 5 years.
Press slam, impressive, but the transition more impressive from Eads.
Great bicycle kick from Daniel Eads, knocking Bill Collier for a loop.
Transition back into that midsection, and Bill Collier on the ropes literally here. And I think Bill Collier came in expecting this to be a mass on mass, sides on sides. Eads impressing with his speed here.
Eads charging. Stalling on that top rope. Impressive feat by Daniel Eads and crashing down into the chest of Bill Collier.
Right into the solar plexus there. Bill can't breathe. Cover. 2 count only. Eads impressive here early, getting Bill Collier off his game and withstanding some punishment. We saw that big clothesline. Ooh! Extra momentum on that one, some extra strength. Pulled that through his hips.
Collier holding onto that top rope, sending Daniel Eads up and over, out to that apron. Back elbow to Eads. Bill Collier trying to buy some space between him and his opponent. Oh my God!
Slingshot, flatliner there. This could be it.
Oh! I've never seen a man of that size pull that move off that quickly.
It was the speed again of Daniel Eads has been the most impressive part here. He comes in, I mean, he's a big guy. Let's not get it mistaken here. Bill Collier is one of the giants of the area, and Eads looks normal standing next to Bill Collier, so you know he's got size. But what's been most impressive is how fast he's been.
Yeah, oh my God. Daniel Eads out to the apron one more time. What's he looking for? Daniel Eads.
Slingshots in with that elbow right back to the outside. What's he going for? Oh! Uses his knees to get that senton.
Only good for a count of 2 on Big Time.
And I gotta tell you here, Ted, we're probably a good 4 or 5 minutes in, and Big Time Bill Collier has had very little offense against Daniel Eads. Eads has been dictating the pace, dictating the action, and has been incredibly impressive as we're having to see Bill Collier fight from the bottom, which is so rare.
Beautiful back elbow from Daniel Eads, sending Bill Collier down to the mat one more time.
Ted, you talk about you've been following Bill Collier for a long time. You know his career. How often do you see, cover here, I mean, how often have you seen Bill Collier fighting from underneath here, fighting from the bottom?
Honestly, I think I can count the times I've seen that on one hand and have fingers left over.
Yeah, it is impressive. Daniel Eads has been very impressive. And now, as we talked about, back to something very elementary here, this headlock. But if a man his size is just torquing Bill Collier's head, and Collier's got nowhere to go.
Collier trying to build some momentum, trying to fight out of it. Back up to a knee. Couple of shots to the midsection of Eads. Oh, knee right back to the face of Collier.
That caught him flush. Could have chipped a tooth there with it.
Eads off the ropes. And Collier catches him in the fireman's carry position.
No, transition. Eads had it scouted.
Oh! Oh, Bill Collier landing very weirdly.
Yeah, that back and that hip. Cover here.
Oh, man.
Eads just letting Bill Collier's entire weight come down. It looks like he came down awkwardly on that hip and tailbone area. And again, every time Bill Collier seems to be building any sort of momentum or strength, Eads is just cutting it right back down and taking control. And he's got Bill Collier in the center of the ring, knee in his back.
Absolutely, and as you're saying, Bill Collier potentially landing awkwardly on that back, on that hip. When you're a man of that size, anything that happens to your legs, anything that happens to your knees, your hips, it's catastrophic.
Bill with enough strength, that hip there to torque Eads over in that back suplex. But you're right, as how many years Bill Collier's been doing this, those hips, those knees, those joints, they've taken a lot of punishment.
They've definitely seen better days.
Yeah, but the younger Eads, and if you're Bill Collier right now, you got to be thinking, hey man, I went to bat for you here, and he's just getting the snot beat out of him, but big spine buster. Momentum switch for Bill Collier there, as he's trying to find something deep down to beat a man in Daniel Eads, who seems so far to have had his number.
Both men trying to fight back up to their feet. Eads the first one up, followed closely by Collier, but Collier lining up for, nice clothesline from Collier, one more time to Eads.
No, Eads had him scouted again. Bicycle kick to that arm. Forearm shiver. Transitions again. Eads is just maneuvering Bill Collier wherever he wants.
Eads trying to go for that super kick to a downed Bill Collier. Collier not letting him have it though. Throwing Daniel Eads right across the ring.
Bill Collier still got some gas left in this tank, and he's not letting Daniel Eads beat him in his hometown. Super kick, and that's it.
Cover by Eads, unsuccessful. Oh my God.
I thought Eads got all of that super kick right to Bill Collier's jaw, and still a kick out. I think so far we can say there was no fluke in Daniel Eads, and Bill Collier may have had it right when he brought this guy to the dance here. It's calling for the finish here.
Bill Collier though, not letting him get it.
Countered through. Sick kick. Cover, 2 and no! Another kick to the face. Bill Collier this time, that lay out one-footed kick. I thought he got all of that.
Oh man. Collier one more time. Trying to pull on the crowd here at the Avalon in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Caught him with that shin right to the side of the head, temple area. He's going, trying to go for that flatline again. Got caught. Collier catches him, lays him out 2 and no! Looks like Eads was going for that slingshot flatliner again, but Bill Collier had one of his own. But I'm shocked that Eads able to find a way to get through that.
It looked like Eads stumbling a little bit coming over that top rope, and I believe that's what caused Bill Collier to be able to catch him. It was just that one brief slip-up on Eads' part.
Yeah, late in the match here, you're taking a lot of damage. Not as quick. The quickness not there. Bill from the top. European catches Collier from the top. Timing was perfect. Knee shot through. Trying to lift him. Collier trying to block it.
Daniel Eads spiking Bill Collier down on the top of his head.
He's got to cover him. He's got to cover. 2, no! That hesitation there may have cost him. Didn't get to the cover as fast as he wanted to. Bill Collier finds a way to kick out here. Both men down, both men exhausted. The speed was the advantage early. Bill Collier find a way to cut through it. What do they got left in the gas tank here?
I don't know what they have left in the gas tank, but both men know what they have left in their own respective arsenals.
And for a Superman punch, Collier catches him. As the ripcord through. Woo! Big short arm clothesline. Choke slam from Eads. can see how close CJ Sensation was to that 3 count. And now if you're Daniel Eads, the frustration's gotta build.
Not even a choke slam enough to put away big time Bill Collier.
We talked about earlier, Eads with a message to send in this match. That win was not a fluke, and the frustration's got to build here. In the back of his mind, he's got to feel like, I got to show this wasn't a fluke. I can beat Bill Collier in Erie, at Revenge. That's what he's got to do here. And now he's going high risk, and I don't blame him. Shot by Collier, cuts him off at the pass here.
Nice headbutt from Collier. Daniel Eads swaying on top of that turnbuckle.
Back in the corner here.
Interesting strategy from Big Time. We don't see him go high too often.
No, he usually doesn't need to. He's tall enough. But now it looks like he's going for a fireman's carry. Eads trying to block him with those elbow shots, trying to keep Bill off that top rope. And I don't blame him.
Oh!
Lights out!
How's a man the size of Collier able to get his leg up that high? Able to get his boot up?
Flexibility now.
Jeez.
Got him in a fall away.
Oh! God!
He threw him all the way across the ring. And I don't even know how Daniel Eads is standing right now. Look out! Spear! Cover! No!
Oh my God! Daniel Eads still able to kick out of that springboard spear from Big Time Bill Collier.
All of that momentum, all of that torque, right into his midsection. Eads somehow able to kick out of the spear after that throw from the top rope across the ring. But Bill Collier's got 5 fingers, 1 fist, looking to end it here.
Looks like he's putting a little extra mustard on that. Oh! Daniel Eads ducks, misses.
Shot of his own. Setting up, maybe trying to go for that Superman punch. Bill ducks. Duck through again. Boom! Oh! There it is! Knockout shot!
Big Time Bill Collier laying out Daniel Eads, but he's got to crawl over and get that cover.
Gotta get that cover.
Hooks a leg, 1, 2, 3, there it is.
The winner of this contest, Big Time,
Bill Collier victorious over the young gun Daniel Eads, the man of tomorrow. And Marcus, I gotta say, Daniel Eads showing Bill Collier what he's got.
Yeah, absolutely. He walked into this match trying to prove that this wasn't a fluke. And I think he did prove that. I think Daniel Eads proved a lot this evening that he is not a fluke. He is here to stay. But if you're Big Time Bill Collier, after the falling just short of the World Championship last event, you gotta think that he came here tonight to prove this is still his house. You might jump in.
There's a reason why I asked for Daniel Eads to be in the Revenge, because Revenge is about building stars for tomorrow. You're looking at the man of tomorrow, Daniel Eads, who's the toughest people I've ever faced in this ring. Mr. Eads, welcome to the Revenge.
The Revenge fans giving their stamp of approval to Daniel Eads, who showed up tonight, gave his all. He may have came up a little bit short, but again, I think he proved why Bill Collier went to bat for him. And I think we're going to see a lot more from Daniel Eads, but I'm curious what we're going to see from Bill Collier as Revenge continues to roll on.
Relax, little man. You've been an actor.
And Derek Direction make their way here. We are joined by a tag team specialist and Colin Delaney. We saw you victorious earlier tonight with a 2 Infinity and Beyond as the tag team division here in Revenge heats up. Here is the production. What are your thoughts as the tag team division continues to heat up here?
Yeah, here at Revenge, there is a great tag division already. I'm excited for me and Cheech to hop right in. I'm very familiar with the production. Big fan of these guys, actually.
They are unique individuals, we'll say that. And we're going to see what they got here.
Yeah, there may not be a more unique tag team, though, than this one you're about to see right here.
Blackwood making his return to Erie after a very violent car accident. He calls himself unkillable, and I think that's for a valid reason. The Buffalo Brothers are back here in Revenge, but they're coming out separately here. This is interesting.
I mean, they both need their entrance music.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Are you going to deny the Erie crowd the chance to see this man make his own entrance?
That's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Former owner of Revenge Pro Wrestling, Puff.
It's been a while since we've seen Puff here as well. I think the last time we saw him, he was owner of this company. And since then, has been all over the place. Oh, and this tag team, Kevin Blackwood and Puff, give me a little background here. How well do these two guys go together?
Yeah, I mean, they're called the Buffalo Brothers for a reason. I mean, they're close as brothers. They trained together. They came up together. The Grapplers Anonymous School in Buffalo, New York, trained by Brandon Thurston and Pepper Parks. You know, they started together. They trained together. They came up together. They know each other. They travel the roads together.
And we're going to talk about how important that is. And I'm glad we got a tag team specialist here with us to talk about the communication, the trust that it takes to build an effective tag team. The production has been a great tag team, but they're interchangeable. There's 3 members of them.
Yeah.
And that communication isn't always the same as two guys that have trained together, that travel together, and kind of live that tag lifestyle.
Sure, both of these groups kind of go as more Freebird teams, you know, the production with Eddie Only and the Buffalo Brothers with Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia wrestling at Evolve this weekend. Big opportunity for him.
Yeah, we've had a couple of confusions.
Yeah, I was gonna say, guys, can we talk for a second about just all the changes this match went through? As opposed to when it was originally announced, it was supposed to be Kevin Blackwood, Puff, and Daniel Garcia taking on the 2 members of the production here, Derek Direction, Dan Housen, and Eddie Only.
Yes.
And then Daniel Garcia getting tapped for the Evolve show tonight. Eddie Only not being able to make it. Kevin Bennett was thrown in there for Buffalo Brothers at one point, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We've had a few different changes in here, and that's got to play with you a little bit. But once you get in there, you got to know what you got to do.
Yeah, we wound up with an interesting couple pairings. I'm excited to see how this thing shakes out.
Now, starting out, Blackwood starting out here, a lot of technical wrestling, controlling direction here in the center.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we call this the feeling out phase for a reason. These guys, I don't think, have wrestled each other. I could be wrong, but I don't think they have.
They have. This was a big push on social media for these guys to get together.
Yeah, so this is very common when you see a couple guys who haven't been in there with each other. They're feeling each other out.
Now talk about the feeling out process, especially in a tag team environment. You know, the feeling out process, it's low risk. You're trying to see where everyone's at. Does it change when you're in a tag team?
It does a little bit, but you still want to feel out the opponents individually, you know?
Action here. A lot of speed. Blackwood, big shoulder block there.
Yeah, picking up the pace here. Big old shoulder tackle from the smaller man.
Yeah. Direction, that's not his strategy, is picking up a pace. He's a grinder.
Speaking of grinding, Blackwood just throws that running European in. Oh, and here he comes. Let's go, Puff Daddy.
There are few people that are in this business that are just transcend in an enigma-like level, and Puff is one of them.
Oh my God!
Well,
2 count on direction there.
yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go for some tag team stuff, you know, go to a classic.
Is that pepper?
Oh God!
He just threw pepper in his eyes. Is that legal?
Where did he get a packet of pepper?
I don't know what Puff's got in that singlet.
That's true. You never know what he's got in that singlet. I have no idea. What else is in there?
Now the unorthodox Danhausen making his way in here to face Puff. This is a dance-off, Colin.
This is not what I thought I was going to get.
I've never been more terrified by someone's dancing than I am by Danhausen.
Colin, how many, you've been in some dance-offs in your days?
Yes.
What's your record in wrestling dance-offs?
Not good.
Not good?
No, because I'm not actually a dancer, but, wow. That's what we're talking about with the timing, with knowing each other, with being at each other's back, you know? Knowing what the other guy's thinking, he doesn't need to do. Oh man, more Hardy Boys offense? Let's go!
Danhausen trying to stop him there, but can't. Ooh! That was high up on the jaw!
I don't think Blackwood knew he was going to the floor there.
He got right up into Derek Direction's face. Wait, are we gonna...
Oh no!
Yes, please.
Is Puff
Oh
gonna go?
come on!
Dan it.
Oh!
Wow, Danhausen off the back, wipes out Puff. Direction takes out Blackwood, and the whole shebang has just changed in this one.
Man, I was really hoping we got to see Puff fly.
So was I, and then you got to be impressed with Danhausen getting Puff off his feet.
Yeah.
That's a feat in itself, and now Danhausen stomping Puff in the corner here. Danhausen, he's an awkward guy. I don't know if you noticed, Danhausen brought a jar of teeth with him to the ring.
I think I just saw more pepper fall out of Puff's singlet. I'm not joking.
I just want to bring, who brings a jar of teeth?
Who puts pepper in their singlet?
This is the most awkward pairing.
That's what I'm saying. And I think I've been saying it since the start. Has to be the oddest pairings.
Again, this was a match that was wanted on social media and petitioned on. Fans really wanted to see the production and the Buffalo Brothers. I asked their direction about it. He said this is a dream match. And then I asked Puff about it, and he said, "Who's Derek Direction?"
Puff, as former owner of this company, potentially still owner of this company, should know.
You know, he always got some shares left over.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the
ownership stake is.
Yeah. I definitely feel like Puff still has some.
He's going to that sunset.
Not.
No.
Oh! Couldn't get Puff over.
What's Puff have in mind?
Look out!
Oh! Derek Direction getting out of the way just in time.
Oh, box the ears. Now Danhausen takes Blackwood off the apron. In with a big uppercut. 2.
Wow, that is a big man to be turning over that way.
And Direction using that power in that base, those legs, to turn Puff over. I'm sure as a man that size, not used to being turned upside down on his head.
No, and I mean, so it's a good strategy for Direction to go for a cover like that, something a little unorthodox.
It's a little disorienting for a guy like
Yeah,
Puff.
absolutely.
And then talking about disorienting is Danhausen. He's just completely disorienting. You don't even know. I don't know if Danhausen has a strategy other than just pick apart and just be vicious.
I think Danhausen uses his weirdness to a bit of his advantage. Once again, he's keeping you off your game. His game is to keep you off your game, you know?
Danhausen fired up, running at Puff, and oh my God!
Holy smokes!
He just spiked Danhausen. Derek was shocked there, almost didn't have time to break up the pin after seeing that. Danhausen spiked right on his skull. He's got to make a tag.
Going on your head's one thing, going high on your forehead is a whole different thing.
Yeah, that could affect your neck, can affect your head.
That will jack you up in all kinds of ways. Danhausen's lucky he's not seriously injured here and makes the tag. He needed it. Here we go.
Puff able to make that tag as well to Blackwood, who's got firing off shots.
Oh!
Direction trying to block, but Blackwood is just disoriented.
He knows.
Oh!
Half and half. Speaking of on your forehead. Danhausen tries to come in for the save, but it's not working.
Kevin Blackwood clearing both members of the production.
Yeah, Blackwood's on a heater and a pin, 1-2.
And I don't know how the production's even standing right now. They have taken a lot of punishment, that half and half right on the top of their head. Danhausen's still reeling from that tilt-a-whirl.
Yeah,
Blackwood taking Puff back in here. I don't know, this might be a mistake. Puff is taking a lot of damage.
Up and over, German suplex, sunset flip.
Oh! Kevin Blackwood right into that bottom turnbuckle, courtesy of Derek Direction.
Watch out for those knees!
Ah!
Puff is the legal man, though, y'all.
And guys, I want to point out, Danhausen has that jar of
Oh,
teeth.
he's got the teeth. What's he gonna do? Those are someone's teeth, more than one person's teeth, obviously. Or I don't know whose teeth those are. Block the punch.
Is he licking him?
Oh, he's rubbing the teeth in his face. They're gross. That's someone's teeth.
Oh! Oh! Puff shimmying back up to his feet. Oh! No! Puff back up one more time.
Puff's a limber fella.
Oh!
No!
Oh no! Not the teeth!
The teeth is foul!
Oh!
Wait a minute, Danhausen! I think he's gonna try and choke slam Puff!
This is ill-advised. It's just ill-advised.
Just not. And he just doesn't have the base. There we go. Maybe
All
two
right,
men.
all right.
Maybe two men
Now
here.
we're talking.
Calling on Derek Direction for some help.
Up and
Oh!
double
Holy
choke
smokes.
slam. shades of chronic.
Speaking of things that Puff doesn't do very regularly, I'm sure getting thrown like that was one of them, but Power's out!
How does Puff power out of a double choke slam? Puff's taking a lot of damage. He's got to make a tag.
That was way more than a kick out.
Blackwood up! Oh! Double drop kick.
Wipes out both members of the production.
And this is just broken down, Colin.
Oh, yeah.
There's no more tags. There's no more this is just a back and forth brawl.
Absolutely not. You can't even blame the referee for just letting it go here, you know?
Big shots from Blackwood. Open shots to Derek's chest. Transition through. Twist of fate from Blackwood. Wait a minute.
Now.
Puff!
Oh my God!
Twist of fate from Puff.
A pair of them. If I see Puff do a swanton, I swear on everything that's holy.
Sky high! Blackwood, knee to the back of the skull. Double pin, this has got to be it.
And that's it.
The Buffalo Brothers find a way to beat the production in a dream match of sorts. And Colin, you gotta think, as the tag team division heats up here, 2 to Beyond's gonna have to face one of these teams eventually.
Yeah, but I've got the Buffalo Brothers scouted. They're just the Hardy Boys.
Okay, so watch some Hardy Boys tape, and I think you might have a chance.
Yeah, I've seen it. I know what they're gonna do.
Big win for the Buffalo Brothers. Colin, thanks for joining us here for some tag team action.
Gentlemen, I'll be back for the second half, for sure.
Let's do it.
Let's do more of this.
We're ahead of the second half. The production's unhappy. The Buffalo Brothers are going to celebrate. And we got much more action coming here at Revenge Pro Wrestling. I was about to introduce Chris LaRusso, but he's grabbed the microphone.
What do you say? This man is not fair. He has a vested interest in ruining my career. And every once in a while, the brain trust that runs Revenge actually gets something right. Because guess what, CJ? You are not going to referee this match tonight. You see, I have way too much writing on this. So I've gone and found a impartial, fair, respected official. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our special guest referee for this contest, Vinny Moon!
Well, Chris LaRusso's got some issues with CJ Sensation. We're going to get into those a little bit later here, Ted. But Chris LaRusso has gotten a special guest referee, and it's Vinny Moon.
Yeah, he said a highly respected official. Okay, that seems kind of out of left field.
I'm not familiar with Vinny Moon if he's ever refereed before, or if he has any experience as a referee, but Chris LaRusso has kicked CJ Sensation out of here, and now it looks like Vinny Moon is going to be the special guest referee as Chris LaRusso is taking on Anthony Gaines.
I'm just wondering if Vinny Moon's still going to wear that snapback while reffing.
We'll see if he can keep it on, but Chris LaRusso's had a history here.
Oh, he is!
LaRusso's had a history with CJ Sensation, but Anthony Gaines has had a history with Vinny Moon, so everything's coming to a head of a kind Anthony Gaines makes his way back to Revenge. It was last event Anthony Gaines won the Erie Elite Invitational, and take you at a up-close and personal interview with Anthony Gaines after that. And even though he's got that hot here, I want to talk about that, and we will, but Chris LaRusso has started on hot here as Anthony Gaines is firing back.
Gaines couple of chops to the chest of LaRusso, and turning his attention very briefly to Vinnie Moon there.
Yeah, Anthony Gaines has got to be thrown out of sorts here. I didn't know Vinnie Moon was going to be the official. As I said, you had that interview with Anthony Gaines, and he seems to have focus on Kevin Bennett right now and nothing else.
Gaines now whipping LaRusso to the ropes. Back body drop to Chris LaRusso from Anthony Gaines.
We've seen a different Anthony Gaines recently. Ever since that ladder match, ever since Kevin Bennett stole that Remix Riot Championship, Anthony Gaines has become I don't want to say a little darker, but a different type of human being out there.
Absolutely, and I mean, if you're looking at any indicator,
cover here and a one count from Vinnie Moon.
And if you're looking at any indicator as to the dramatic shift in Anthony Gaines' personality, look at him prior to that ladder match, and then go and check out my backstage interviews with him on the Revenge Pro Facebook page. It's just a world of difference.
Yeah, and he is feuding with the Remix family here. And Vinnie Moon very willing to look the other way, literally, as LaRusso back kicked Anthony Gaines low. Now, I don't know how Vinnie Moon made it through the process here to be able to be a referee in this matchup. And that's got to be a question for another time, how this got approved. But this is a huge advantage for LaRusso here.
And LaRusso choking Anthony Gaines on that second rope.
And Gaines is behind a proverbial 8-ball here. He's got the heir apparent Chris LaRusso, who is no slouch. He's a former Ring of Honor top prospect. This is a great wrestler, and now he's dealing with Vinnie Moon, Kevin Bennett's cousin, as a referee here.
Meanwhile, Anthony Gaines getting thrown out to the floor by Chris LaRusso. And Marcus, look at the face on Anthony Gaines. It's not one of pain. It's not one of suffering. It's one of inquisition. Wondering, okay, what else do I need to do? What else do I need to do to Chris LaRusso at this very moment?
Yeah, and Anthony Gaines firing back here. As you said, that face, those facial expressions have changed ever since that ladder match.
He's now very cold, very calculated.
Absolutely. He is violently attacking LaRusso here on the outside with those chops and just spit in the face of Vinnie Moon. But that moment of distraction where he looked at Vinnie Moon, spit in his face, LaRusso pulled his shoulder right into the ring post. Now Gaines, we know he's had some shoulder issues. We saw that in that ladder match. He hurt his shoulder, separated his shoulder. Oh! You gotta think LaRusso's targeting that. Cover here. Crisp count from Vinnie Moon. And now LaRusso stalking Gaines with those big shots from Gaines.
And LaRusso back to the midsection of Gaines.
And that's where Chris LaRusso is so dangerous, is that striking ability. He does have a martial arts background.
Oh!
A great transition from LaRusso heading up. But he gets caught.
Anthony Gaines throwing Chris LaRusso across the ring, grabbing him by the throat.
Gaines fighting through here. His shoulder hurt. He's taking a lot of damage from LaRusso. As we said, a great striker, a great competitor. But Gaines trying to dig deep here.
Gaines now rolling away from the corner. Off the ropes, ducks a clothesline, ducks a back elbow rather from Chris LaRusso, and LaRusso back up to his feet, stirring.
And dealing with the speed of Gaines. Gaines building momentum with these Irish whips and chops.
Gaines charging one more time. Off the middle rope. Innovative elbow into the side of the face of Chris LaRusso.
Going for a neck breaker. LaRusso transitions. Almost a version of the Blue Thunder. And a super kick for his troubles as well. Wait a minute. What's LaRusso going for?
LaRusso springboard. Anthony Gaines able to get those knees up right into the chest of LaRusso.
LaRusso going for one extra thing. Took a little time to jockey for position and gloat a little bit. Lost it. Gaines right on the skull with that. Cover.
Oh, come on. What is this? Vinny Moon. Slowest count in the world.
LaRusso gets CJ Sensation, who he's got issues with. It goes all the way back to the Revenge Rumble when CJ eliminated LaRusso. Goes back to last event. And now Vinny Moon screwing over Anthony Gaines again. This is the second time we've seen that. Now LaRusso's got a measure. Super kick caught.
Anthony Gaines able to catch it. LaRusso ducks a big boot. Oh!
Martial arts kick right to the sternum. Wait a minute. Roll for tries to a corner roll. Super kick by LaRusso. Gotta be in here with his special referee in tow. No! Vinny Moon, and I gotta say, I can't explain why is he a referee out here. This feels very unfair to Anthony Gaines.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, Marcus, I gotta know who okayed this.
Yeah, Vinny Moon, we saw him, as I said, screw Anthony Gaines out of that Remix Riot title. Vinny Moon trying to screw him again. And it all works out for LaRusso because he doesn't have to deal with CJ Sensation. Wait, and there's a... The fix is clearly in here, Ted. This is ridiculous.
Vinny Moon stumbling into that rope.
He's admonishing LaRusso here. That's his take on admonishment.
God.
It's disgusting, There's one thing to cut a corner, but this is just blatant. The blatant display of power here from LaRusso, somehow getting this changed.
Oh! Anthony Gaines pushing Chris LaRusso off that turnbuckle right into Vinny Moon. And CJ Sensation is back out here.
Yeah, CJ, as we said, we found out earlier, we only had one official for the evening. And now CJ Sensation, as we said, Chris and CJ have had issues. CJ is a former wrestler. He knows what he's doing in there. CJ is at one point in Pittsburgh, was one of the top prospects in the area.
Yeah, CJ's no pushover.
No.
Oh! Anthony Gaines trying to put away Chris LaRusso. He does it!
Anthony Gaines was behind the 8-ball. Chris LaRusso tried to get everything switched so that he could win this matchup. But CJ Sensation still finds a way to count the 3 count. And Chris LaRusso's heading to the back with another loss thanks to CJ Sensation.
Now Anthony Gaines throwing those steel chairs into the ring. He's got his eyes on Vinny Moon.
Oh no. We talked about things have changed for Anthony Gaines here. Vinny Moon tried to screw Anthony Gaines again. Oh, just a slap across the face. Gaines is down, or Gaines calling for a microphone. Wait a minute.
Kevin Bennett on the apron.
Bennett trying to make a save for his cousin here.
You took something I want from me. I'm going to take something
You love from shut up! Step!
Oh.
Hit him on it! Hit him on it!
And they're trying to make a save here, but the
Tell you what, I'll break this skull into 38 pieces. All you gotta do is give me the one thing I want, Kevin.
Do it! Do it! Do it!
I want one-on-one. I want no tricks. I want no frills. And I want no BS. Give me my one-on-one match, and your cousin doesn't suffer brain damage.
Hit him!
If you don't, I'm gonna continue to cave in his skull and haunt your every dream from here till the end of time. You little blonde shindy prick. You got 5 seconds. I have a whole lot of patience.
Gaines has got his head trapped in that steel chair.
Okay. I understand you're upset. Okay? Just please, if you let him go, I'll give you what you want. Okay, I'll give you what you want. Just let the kid go and just drop it. Just drop it.
You won't give it to you! Hit him in the head!
Just drop it.
Hit him in the head! You won't give it to you! Hit him in the head!
Bennett's agreed to a match.
I'm calm. I'm so calm. Haven't. Ooh, you forgot to read the fine print.
Hit him in the head!
Kevin Bennett, on November 27th, back here at the Avalon Wednesday night, before I stuff my skinny ass with turkey and stuffing, it is going to be you and me in an I-Quit match!
Oh my God!
Kevin Bennett signed up for more than he thought he did.
I gotta tell you, my dad, he was a politician, a pretty dishonest man.
Wait a minute, no! Oh my God, Anthony Gaines!
Anthony Gaines just shared on Vinny Moon. He just laid out Vinny Moon. And now, Kevin Bennett and Anthony Gaines will go one-on-one on November 27th here at the Avalon in an I Quit match. And Ted, I'm concerned for Vinny Moon out here.
I think I saw Vinny Moon's leg twitch. We got security rolling in trying to...
His head was trapped between that steel chair.
It was a Vinny Moon sandwich with steel chair bread.
I've never seen something like that out of Anthony Gaines. Anthony Gaines is in a different world than we've ever seen him. Now, you got him. Where's Kevin Bennett's head going to be at as we head into November 27th? Match, something that came up from the birthday bash earlier as the Dead Wrestling Society invaded Aaron Draven's birthday celebration, and now we got a no disqualification street fight between the Erie Elite and the Dead Wrestling Society.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a no disqualification street fight. One call to a finish. Introducing to you first at the ring. They hail from the Broken Mirror. At a total combined weight of 573 pounds. name of the War Child in Crimson, the Dead Wrestling Society.
Dead Wrestling Society is back. Dead Wrestling Society is back in Erie, and this feud goes back a long way.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Erie wrestling fans are in for a treat here. This is two teams who have been slugging it out in this area for a long, long, long time. Four Erie favorites.
Now, Colin, Marcus, I don't know if either of you guys.
He weighs in at 264 pounds. Yes, he's between John McChesney.
I don't know if either of you guys were at that show whenever the Dead Wrestling Society made their debut in Erie wrestling, but the crowd came unglued. They'd never seen anything like it before.
Wait a minute, Draven's already on the top rope! And this is street fight rules. Anything goes. And the War Child doesn't see Draven. Well, he caught him anyway. Jeez.
Oh my goodness! From my angle, I don't know how he landed, but that does not look good. This thing is off to a hot start.
Yeah, and it looks like John McChesney and Eric Draven, I don't think they even have the wrestling gear. I don't think they were not prepared for a matchup tonight. They got challenged to this by Crimson and the War Child.
Yeah, but you know John and you know Omega, and they are not going to turn down a fight, you know?
No, I don't think they are, and they definitely didn't tonight, as this thing is just already, furniture's getting moved. And again, we talk about the tag team division here. The Dead Wrestling Society came in, and they had, the last time we saw them, they were in that three-way match. It was Dead Wrestling Society, Team Storm, main event, made their presence felt here, and I think they're going to try and make their presence felt again.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't even know what they're getting. I can't even see why.
Oh, no.
Of course it's a ladder.
You know, this may not work out in their favor. And there's one thing I know about Omega. He loves a good ladder.
He does.
Speaking of Omega, I think this is the first we've seen him since he took that nasty spill. Back up on his feet on the outside.
Yeah, he took it. He did a turnbuckle or ring post. I'm not sure exactly what he hit. But Draven doesn't look good. He looks the worse for wear. And Warchild just taking those McChesney chops, and they're not affecting him at all.
Yeah, and that's crazy. If you've ever taken a John McChesney chop in your life, you know those hurt. You know those sting. He has one of the hardest chops I've ever felt in my life, and I've been chopped by some of the best.
I don't know what Crimson's got planned here. Some sort of...
There is so much going on right now. Warchild and McChesney on the floor. Crimson stomps a chair into Omega's face in the ring.
Now, like I say, I've seen Crimson put his body through some insane.
Oh, Aaron Draven getting that chair right up in between Crimson's legs.
It is a no DQ. Draven with a cover.
Wow, just gets the shoulder up.
No luck for Draven, but can we talk about the speed of Warchild getting into that ring instantly, trying to break up that pin attempt?
Oh
Come
no!
On. What do they got to do? You know, the chops don't phase him. Now a straight up street sign doesn't phase him.
I don't know what you do with a man like the Warchild.
No, 100%. Agreed.
And I mean, Colin, you've faced some very, very big, bad individuals in your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've gotten beat up by some men much bigger than you and taken some damage. You know what it's like in there. What do you do with a Warchild?
I mean, I don't know what you do with a guy. Man, takes out McChesney's ankle, and that may debilitate him for that super kick that he's known for. You know, it may not have been a strategy, or it may not have been on purpose, but
now John tried to step on that ladder to prevent it from coming in, and Warchild just shoved it straight into his ankle. Look at this, the strength is just so unnerving.
But to answer your question, I don't know what you do with a guy like Warchild. got him though.
Stunner!
And a Stone Cold Stunner will get just about anybody.
You should know.
I do.
Wait a minute, Draven's up! Ladder!
Oh my
Crushes him!
God!
McChesney with the cover! 2! And the Warchild kicks out. He sits up.
He's out, but you got to stay on him. You don't want to let that man get back to his feet. You don't want to let that man recover. Not even a little bit.
And if anyone knows that, it's got to be John McChesney and Aaron Draven. You talk about the wars that they've all had in this town. They know better than anyone else. You got to stay on the Warchild when you can.
Yeah, I mean, point proven by the fact that the chops didn't phase him. The street sign didn't phase him. But now that you got him phased, you got to keep him phased. You got to keep on him. You got to keep pouring it on.
Guys, Erie Elite now setting up that makeshift table, ladder across those 2 chairs, but Crimson back in the ring.
Trying to go for a double chokeslam there, but those elbow shots.
Oh!
Oh my God!
Just snap that ladder in half. Cover. 2 count. Warchild there to make the save. That's the problem with Warchild. Jeez!
Almost German suplexes McChesney onto his own partner.
No, no.
Oh my God!
Going front ways onto one of those ladders, you may not know this, going front ways is way worse than back ways.
Warchild is just dictating this match right now. Spine buster to McChesney.
Holy smokes.
And you talk about McChesney and Draven aren't going to turn down a fight. But as Warchild has just demolished everyone here.
Listen, I'm wearing headphones right now, and I heard that spine buster like I never heard anything else in this match. There have been chops, there have been chair shots, there have been all kinds of things that I cannot hear because of headphones. I heard that spine buster.
I gotta ask, Paul, was this a smart match to take if you're John McChesney and Aaron Draven?
I mean, no.
Oh, no.
Of course not.
Now he's got a table.
We got 2 tables. Warchild rolls in one of them, looks like one of them little dogs.
That's an Erie table too. They're stiff.
One of them little guys, those little Japanese tables in
Yeah,
the
they don't
trivia
break.
corner, you know? They don't.
If you've been to any of the revenge shows, you know the tables, those things don't break easily.
Oh, here we go.
How about the history between John McChesney and Crimson? Is they trade blows in the center of the ring. McChesney getting the upper hand.
Warchild on the save though. Watch out.
Oh no. Warchild setting up. Draven caught Warchild coming in with those kicks.
Couple super kicks from Omega, but
Look out!
Oh my God!
Omega accidentally passes Warchild into his own partner. Oh no!
Good night, Aaron Draven. Whoa!
Nope. Don't do that.
That is a mistake from Crimson. He's had the match won here, but he just wants to I guess, inflict more damage to Draven.
I don't know about mistake, but I am concerned for Omega's well-being. Omega takes a lot of stuff, man, and he always seems to keep moving, but in this match, he has taken a lot of damage and a lot of strange falls.
He's holding his head in neck area.
He has to be. That was not pretty and disgusting of Crimson to pull him up after that.
This match seemed won. Didn't look like Draven was going to kick out. But now he's going to set up a table here. And this is all insult.
Come on.
This is all insult. And Crimson talked about earlier tonight. Oh, he's got that fork. He's got a fork, Colin.
Come on. The match was won. What do you have to prove?
Oh, just stabbed the table. Was Draven fighting back?
I don't know how Draven's fighting back. It's got to be pure adrenaline. And he's going.
Oh, you said this ladder might come back to bite them.
Oh my God.
If there's one guy in this building who loves a ladder, it is Omega Aaron Draven. He stands atop it.
Here are your winners, the team of Aaron Draven, John McChesney, the Philly Phillies.
The Erie Elite somehow find a way to win this with a table that doesn't break. But Aaron Draven survived, and we talked about there was the mistake earlier. Dead Wrestling Society had this match won.
You're not gonna break it, my friend.
You're
not gonna do it.
He's gonna break that chair before he breaks the table.
100%.
It's a mistake by Crimson to lift up Draven, and it comes back to bite them
John McChesney,
as Draven
this
finds
has
a way
nothing
to
to
win
do
this
with you.
matchup.
So you can walk your fat ass to the back. This is to Aaron Draven. You know, as I looked into you, I don't quite understand what's going on. You call yourself the horror story. Is it the Jason Voorhees mask? Oh, wait, no, that mask is orange. So, it's not a rip-off at all. It just clicked. The horror story name probably has to do with the success behind your career. Horror story. That's because you've never done anything in this business besides, one, take too many risks, which has led to the demise of your career. Stand in McChesney's shadow behind this company that he was founded and take half credit. You're not hard, you're not scary. Just a guy with no creativity. Who sees people like me, people who actually have demons, people who have actually been through shit in their lives, and say, hey, I want to be like that guy. So you turn on the TV and binge watch American Horror Story and come up with some stupid ass nickname. And the pathetic thing is, these people actually buy the shit that you put in front of them. Fraud. You are a coward. You are the reason that people like me, people who have actually been through something in their life, are not taken seriously. Not any.
What is this?
I'm done not being taken seriously. Wednesday, November 27th, you bring me your horror story. I'll bring you mine.
Koger is challenging Omega Aaron Draven with some insulting words for November 27th.
I'm just gonna keep this short and sweet. Wednesday, November 27th, I'm gonna beat the dog's gun out of you.
It sounds like Omega's accepting his challenge, Marcus.
Yeah, it sounds like we got another match for November 27th. We already got McChesney versus Argos. We got Bennett versus Anthony Gaines, and now it looks like we got Atticus Koger and Omega Draven as November 27th is shaping up to be what John McChesney promised it would be, one of the biggest shows in Revenge Pro history.
Koger, you're gonna pay for that. And Jackson Argos, you're coming to my hometown. I'm gonna beat your ass all over this place. I'm gonna put you in my car, drive you down to Lake Erie, chain you to a rock, and leave you at the bottom of the goddamn lake where your dumbass belongs.
So what you do when girls like that, guys? I just wish you were real time. That boy is plain to see. So why you put your phone in love with me? Ladies and gentlemen, this is our second fatal four-way match scheduled for one fall. Introducing to you first, making his way to the ring. He weighed in at 189.69 pounds. He hails from Intercourse, Pennsylvania. This is the third time. Elijah Dean.
Man Dime Elijah Dean. Oh.
Got my music. Got my music. Listen here, dorks.
Revenge Pro Wrestling is about to get much, much sexier. Not only do we have the man down here, but I went ahead and found the hottest chick to ever come from Erie. So all of you inbred and mouth breathers, give it up for my dime piece. So what you doing, girls?
Well, the man dime has the dime piece. She doesn't have her own entrance music. She's just going to use his, I think.
But she does have her own entrance.
She does have her own entrance video, which is exciting. And it would be the Elijah Dean to make his dime piece come out to his own song. The arrogance on this guy drips as he's insulted everyone in Erie. He said this is what the best looking woman to come out of Erie ever.
Ever, he says.
I believe that's what he said.
Yeah, I mean.
Hey, sweetheart, put the jacket on, get in here, grab my mirror, and do what you do.
Potentially insulting to Erie, am I right?
That's very insulting to Erie. And she's a very lovely young lady.
Sure.
I'm not trying to criticize that, but that's very insulting to Erie.
Sure.
And he's already treating her like garbage, telling her to put a jacket on and bring a mirror in so that Elijah Dean can stare at himself. With lips. It's a lips-shaped mirror.
Yeah, he's looking at it.
And he kisses his own self. Colin, you ever kissed yourself in the mirror?
Haven't. Very, very reminiscent of the Narcissus.
Yes.
Lex Luger.
He's got an ego problem, and now he's asking for this woman to kiss him on the face. I don't know if that's appropriate either. We'll get there. But he's got some competition here.
Yeah, my boy.
Hails from Rudolph, Canada. He weighed in at 2,000 kilos. This is the John Victor of professional wrestling. He is Ryan Cassidy.
Ryan Cassidy has struggled here in Revenge Pro. He's yet to pick up a victory, Colin.
Yeah.
But every single time he's had a good showing. Last event, a great showing against Atticus Cogar, coming very close to picking up that first victory.
Yeah, absolutely. A great hard-hitting match. Those guys were throwing.
Yeah, and I gotta think that in a four-way type setting here, the odds of him winning go down a little bit. But if Ryan Cassidy can just find the right positioning, he can pick up a victory.
Absolutely, yeah. But I mean, I think that's what this match is all about, because a guy like Johnny Patch is kind of in the same boat, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Maybe not as many appearances, but
Weighing in at 216 pounds, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he's the American Daredevil, Johnny Patch.
You talk about Johnny Patch, he's been around Revenge a couple times. Made his debut at the Revenge Rumble. This is a high flyer of the highest magnitudes. He's a risk taker like no other, but he's also searching for a victory, searching to get himself in contention for that Revenge World Championship. That's what these matches really highlight.
nice Tigre into the ring, by the way. And here's the X Factor in this whole thing.
Yeah, the mood changes when Megan Myers makes her way to the ring.
And the final competitor hails from Salem, Massachusetts. She is the Black Rose, Megan Myers.
Now, Megan Myers may not be the biggest person in this match, but she brings in one of the most unorthodox and weirdest styles you'll ever see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Megan had a very, very good showing in that Survivor Series style match last event. Her and Katie Arquette threw hands, and Megan Myers held her own. But this is a four-way, and this is an intergender rules here. This is unique for Revenge.
Yeah, I mean, if Megan Myers has shown anything in her appearances here at Revenge up till now, it's that she can go with just about anybody. She shouldn't be treated any differently than anybody else.
Looks like Johnny Patch and Cassidy lured in the Man Dime, who has been insulting the women so far. Let's get it straight. And now he's in there with Megan Myers.
She doesn't seem to be his type.
Oh, no. Well, I don't think anyone in this match is Man Dime's type. Oh!
CJ Sensation letting it go, but that's a low blow.
That's a low blow. I mean, is a four-way rules non-elimination, a little bit of no DQs implied here.
Wow, Johnny Patch just boosts Meg Myers up into a nice run on Ryan Cassidy.
Oh!
Wow!
Megan Myers using her shorter stature there, cutting the leg out from underneath Johnny Patch. I don't think he's ever seen something like that before.
It's an old football movie. You think Meg Myers ever played football in her life?
I don't know if she's ever played football. Who knows what she's done in her previous life?
Think Meg Myers, no, hey, easy.
This is why we don't know what she's done in her previous life.
Think Meg Myers ever watched a football game in her life?
I don't know. She's now creeping over to Johnny Patch with the head scissors.
Nice head scissors from Myers, though. She's on fire currently.
Now
Johnny Patch just not sticking around. Yeah, not sticking around.
Big jawbreaker from Cassidy. And a step up in Seguri.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. You can't treat her like, she's dainty or anything.
No, she'll take punishment and she'll go. And Elijah Dean also thrown to the outside. That makes the match better.
If you're going to treat someone like a girl in this match, never mind.
Well, Ryan Cassidy and Johnny Patch, we're talking about two guys needing wins here, two athletic speed competitors.
Absolutely.
Big Rana there from Cassidy. Forearm shot, look right into the jaw of Johnny Patch.
Calling for it, looking for it, crowd giving him a little bit of it.
And normally not good to mess speeds with Johnny Patch, but that German just landed him on his head, and a bicycle kick to boot. Cassidy's got a chance here.
Nah, he's got to get a better pin than that, though.
Yeah, he's got to get on the shoulders. He's got to get his weight.
Absolutely.
Patch.
Big German suplex. Big kick.
Yeah.
Trash cover.
Yeah.
Come on, Ryan.
Patch looks like he extended the legs there to try and keep that cover from happening, but Cassidy's got to get full body weight, and that's been the kind of the Ryan Cassidy story here. Everything looks good, but just can't put it together to get that win.
Yeah. Heading off the ropes. What do we got here? Wow, big knee strike. Patch to the floor.
And Cassidy firing up here. He's got to get this match in the ring, though. You're not going to beat Johnny Patch on the floor. This is a four-way match. You can pin anyone, and Ryan Cassidy's the only one in the ring.
Going for a dive. What do we got? Ooh!
Elijah Dean cuts him off, and Ryan Cassidy eats the guardrail for his troubles. And now you got these two who have a storied history as well. A lot of times these two have wrestled down in Pittsburgh. They're familiar with each other.
Big old drop kick. We were talking about the Buffalo Brothers earlier, training together, riding together, rolling together. I feel like Johnny Patch and the Man Dime are a little similar, right?
Yeah, and now it looks like wanted to do a test of strength, and Meg Myers finds a way to twist the knuckles there of Patch.
Back to her old tricks. Here we go!
Big DDT!
Let's go, Meg Myers. Tilt-a-whirl all the way around. Big DDT. Cover the man.
She's got to cover him.
Only a 2 count, though.
Yeah, and that's where the weight disadvantage comes into play with someone like Meg Myers. You don't want to talk about it because she's having such a great match, but someone that small in stature, it takes a little more to lay him out. Wait a minute.
Back handspring. Ooh, kick to the back. Innovative offense here by Meg Myers. Great showing thus far.
Yeah, it looks like Patch tried to move out of the way, but she handspringed out of it. Now, Ryan Cassidy tried to talk some sense into Meg Myers, which was not a good idea.
Tries to level with her, which, once again, if you've seen her for even 1 minute, you know that that's probably not
you might
your
be able
play.
to tell. You might be able to tell that by the everything about her.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea. Oh, but Cassidy lures her in there with that step-up kick. Now looking for a springboard in. Code breaker.
Wow. This could be
it. Caught her. She's trying to get away, but Cassidy gets the cover. 2 count. And again,
you've got to keep your head on a swivel in a 4-way like this. You can't just go for that pin.
4-ways are so much about conditioning and positioning.
Of course.
It's so much about where you are located as much as how long you can go in these types of matches.
Yeah, for sure.
Now hung up on the top rope, Man Dime. This is his big moment here.
Death Valley driver onto the knee.
Could have went for a cover, but
yeah, once again,
well, I thought he was calling for the mirror. He's calling for a chair.
You're not gonna win the match with a chair, though. You're gonna lose the match with a chair, Mandime.
Looks like the Mandime is called for a. Is this a lap dance? Is this what this is?
Not yet.
Yeah, technically speaking, it's very awkward without music, though. There you go.
I don't know what plays in strip clubs nowadays.
I've never been to one, Colin. I can't tell you, but
someone play Rick Rude's entrance music already.
This is what we're talking about with the Mandime. He has the man beat. He has the opportunity to do this, and instead he'd rather get a lap dance in the center of the ring. It's insulting to everyone in the ring.
Listen, win the match first, man.
And then you can get all the lap dances you want.
Then Partners, I believe, is not far away.
No.
Meg Myers is interested, though.
Meg Myers has an interest in the dime piece. And the dime piece is wisely getting out of the ring. As Meg Myers is now...
Ooh, here we go, Ryan Cassidy.
Has chased off the dime piece, and the Mandime is still getting his lap dance. Oh!
Surprise!
That's the biggest surprise I think he's ever gotten at a lap dance.
Surprise super kick. Oh! There's still a match going on, y'all.
And Johnny Patch setting up a chair.
Ditches Cassidy, Dean to the floor.
And now checking the win here. What's Johnny Patch got planned? Who knows? This kid's a daredevil. Oh!
Off the chair, over the top rope, front flip to the floor, and I heard him hit floor. I promise you I heard him hit floor. But that's that daredevil life, you know? You take the risks, and that's what happens.
Johnny Patch not concerned about how much damage he takes. It's about giving everyone the damage. And that super kick just laid out Ryan Cassidy.
No way.
That's going to be it. Now, and Patch not content with just that. He's going to go high.
He's a daredevil.
He's going to go high risk.
Shooting star press.
There it is.
Oh, my goodness. Got to be over.
Wait a minute. Mandime rolls in. Cover here.
Wow!
And
stole it!
Mandime steals the victory.
Stole a win.
Elijah Dean debuts his dime piece, and it debuts in a win for the self-proclaimed Mandime.
It may not have been pretty, but he got it done, and he got the win.
He did, and he takes advantage of Ryan Cassidy, who took a beautiful shooting star splash from Johnny Patch. But Mandime picks up the victory, and you gotta talk about it. It doesn't matter how you do it here, it matters that you rack them up. And as we look for World Championship contenders, it's gonna matter how many victories you rack up here in Revenge Pro.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big win for Mandime. Can set him off into a whole bunch of different directions. Once again, we've got a big world title match coming up, and this match could have ramifications either way.
Absolutely. Mandime gets a victory. Ryan Cassidy's still on the end of the short stick. But what happens next is going to be up to what Ryan Cassidy can do and what Mandime can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Great showing by all four competitors, though. Meg Myers, come on, give it up.
Give it up for Meg Myers.
Wow.
And I think probably the first intergender experience we've had at Revenge.
Yeah.
Proves herself in a great matchup. And I think all four will definitely be back, definitely be on the radar as they continue to try and move up the rankings.
Yeah.
He is undefeated here at Revenge. He is the #1 contender. He is pretty boy smooth. And he is looking to make sure that the Revenge World Champion has the shortest reign in the history of that title forever. PB Smooth looking to with PB after Wardlow won that Revenge World Championship, and PB was he felt that it was his job to right the wrongs.
Exactly. I gotta say, he wasn't exactly ecstatic that Wardlow was champion.
In what was a historic night, it was 6 men who vied for that title. And it was 1 man who walked out for it. The record book is set. The first ever Revenge World Champion will always have the name Wardlow next to it. And if Wardlow has anything to say about it, his name will never not be next to that title in the record books. And I gotta tell you, Ted, out of everyone we've seen, if there's anyone who can run the table and be that champion, it might be Wardlow. Down between these two, it goes back a very, very long way. We talked about PB Smooth being undefeated here at Revenge. Wardlow is not undefeated here at Revenge. He's got 1 in that loss column. It is PB Smooth. But that was a different time and a different Wardlow.
That was over a year ago. That was the very first Revenge show.
Absolutely. And since that first event, Wardlow has defeated everyone put in front of him. You can line up the names, you can line up their resumes. Wardlow continues to build his off every single person's legacy. And watch as PB Smooth, you can see the frustration building in him right now. Let's head down to Chuck Roberts for the ring introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It is scheduled for roll call, and it is for the Revenge Pro World Championship. Introducing to you first, out of the corner to my right, he has an undefeated record of 8-0. He stands at 6 feet 9 inches tall. He is larger than life. He is pressed to the back. He is the challenger. Pretty Boy Smooth. Ladies and gentlemen, he stands at 6 foot 3 inches tall. He weighed in at 261 pounds. He is the reigning, defending, inaugural Revenge Pro World Champion.
So telling in those.
Your official for this match, C. Jason Station.
So telling in those ring introductions as PB Smooth didn't take his eyes off Wardlow, didn't take his eyes off of that championship belt. Wardlow turned his back on PB, turned his back on him to show the disrespect that he doesn't care that PB Smooth may have beaten him. This is Wardlow's world.
And like Chuck Roberts was saying, You even made a mention of this during the introductions, but PB Smooth undefeated in Revenge Pro Wrestling, 8-0. Wardlow has one loss in Revenge Pro. That one loss to PB Smooth.
Since then, both men have changed. They have evolved. Their games are different. PB calling out Wardlow after the disrespect Wardlow showed to his mentor, big time Bill Collier. And now all of this comes to a head right here in the center of the ring.
Oh!
We're starting out hot. All Day Driver going for it.
PB Smooth breaking out of that waist lock from Wardlow.
Wardlow showing his power, PB showing his power. Both men incredibly strong, both men incredibly athletic. It's going to be, I got to say here, either it's going to be one of these men taking a risk that gets the advantage, or one of these men failing in a risk. I feel like that's going to be the disadvantage. They're so both evenly matched. Lock up for the second time, center of that ring.
Almost a bit of a standstill until Wardlow able to get that headlock on.
Yeah, Wardlow using his base there.
Wardlow off the ropes. Oh, Pretty Boy Smooth not even budging.
And this match is going to be match power for power, strength for strength. It's going to take something deep inside either one of these men to win this championship. And it goes to show how decorated and highly valuable this title is when you got two men like this vying for it.
Oh! Wardlow outsmarting Pretty Boy Smooth. PB thought he was going to go to the ropes, but just a quick shot to the face. But Pretty Boy Smooth now mocking Wardlow, mocking the Revenge Pro champion.
Yeah, Wardlow likes to say that this is his house, it's his ring. PB Smooth standing in the center of it right now and not letting Wardlow get back in. Again, this was a matchup that was over a year ago. Things have changed. Wardlow has changed. Look, we can talk about the elephant in the room. As Wardlow is taking his title and is walking out, Wardlow is, he's got a contract. He's got a signed deal with AEW. We can talk about that.
Pretty Boy Smooth not even letting it happen.
And Wardlow looks like he was just going to walk out and head out with that title. But PB Smooth on the offensive here, taking the advantage to Wardlow.
Wardlow still running on the outside here on the hard cam side. Wardlow face first into that apron.
Wardlow taking it back, but don't get me wrong. Oh! Belly to back onto that ring apron, and Wardlow felt it.
I felt it all the way back here.
They call him larger than life. PB Smooth wanting to showcase that right here. But don't get it wrong, Wardlow can take damage like we haven't seen. We've seen him in that triple threat match with Bill Collier and John McChesney just take all sorts of punishment. And now this is where Wardlow's strength is, right in that corner. Big open body shots from Wardlow. PB Smooth's got that length. He's got a 6-foot frame, but it opens him up to those shots. He can't protect everything, but the adrenaline's pumping for PB Smooth.
Huge shots in the midsection to Wardlow, courtesy of Pretty Boy Smooth. PB buying some distance between him and Wardlow, it looks like.
Yeah, he's got that extra length. He can close distance, but don't get it wrong. Wardlow's got speed. He's got a speed advantage. He can close distance uncannily quick. Looks like Wardlow just pulled PB into that top turnbuckle. Cover.
Wardlow looking to retain his title quickly.
Yeah, Wardlow now going to the head. PB took that shot from the knee from Wardlow as well. Like I said, he's got quickness and speed. He's got a great base to him as well. He's uncanny quick. And once he gets you in this position, few men can withstand punishment like this.
Wardlow now, driving that boot into the midsection, into the chest of Pretty Boy Smooth. And Smooth trying to pull himself back up to his feet. Having a rough time, that's for sure.
And those strikes from Wardlow, they are hard, and they are in the exact right place, right between the shoulder blades, right between the neck on that spine. Every shot knee to the side of the face there as well. Every shot by Wardlow isn't just as strong as it can be, it's perfectly placed as well. Look at the strength.
Oh my God.
Just throwing a 6'9" athlete around the ring like it's a heavy bag, like it's a workout for Wardlow.
Wardlow trying for one more time. Pretty Boy Smooth bites out of it though. Has Wardlow around the neck. Wardlow breaks out of that.
Just so much strength, so much power. And PB throws Wardlow once himself. But there's that back, Ted. You can see the pain on PB's face. His back has taken a lot of punishment.
Oh my God, Wardlow just laying in those elbows.
He's so fast, so quick. Those hammer fists coming down, that MMA style knockout shots that's trying to keep PB grounded. Wardlow, a great amateur wrestler, a great striker. You talk about he's a five-tool player, Ted. I don't think there's anything in a wrestling ring that Wardlow doesn't do well. We've seen him go to the top. We've seen him fly. We've seen him brawl. We've seen him mat wrestle. What is it? Where is the flaw in this guy's game?
Well, Marcus, I'm glad you pointed that out, because whenever I was interviewing him after the last show, he said there was one thing that he was going to do that Pretty Boy Smooth was not able to do, and that was hold on to a world title. Now that remains to be seen, but I'm really, really excited to see the outcome of this match here.
And like I said, look at that speed from Wardlow. Just bull rushed out of the corner. Again, this man can take damage, and he's got a cover here. Kick out from Smooth. When you watch Wardlow in there, it's almost like he's evolving as he takes the punishment. It's the strike to his jaw that hurts him once, and then it doesn't hurt him again. He just gets better and better as time goes, as the match goes on. And PB is starting to struggle. Back to that corner, back to those midsection shots. This is where Wardlow you do not want to be in that corner when he can lay into you like this.
Pretty Boy Smooth set across the ring. Nice quick spear from Wardlow right to the midsection of Pretty Boy Smooth.
Shoulder drives the setup for that European. I said Wardlow just getting better as he goes.
Oh! Wardlow face first into that top turnbuckle. Smooth off the ropes, boot to the chest, right to the face of Wardlow. Pretty Boy Smooth's boots are so large it gets his chest and his face.
Absolutely. But PB, that back kind of gave way on him on that kick, and he's down. He's not able to capitalize. Trying to pull himself up. PB trying to fight his way back up, trying to find the will here, trying to get the adrenaline pumping. As he has taken a lot of damage from Wardlow. And now this is gut check time right in the center of the ring. Shot for shot, these men just throwing forearms in each other's face. And PB calling for more.
Chop from Pretty Boy Smooth to the chest of Wardlow. Wardlow firing back now.
Neither man bending, neither man fighting off. Just shot, and PB is taking to Wardlow. Wardlow's starting to slow a little bit. PB trying to take the advantage, but smart by Wardlow going back to the midsection.
Wardlow off the ropes. Pretty Boy Smooth ducks him. Lays that shoulder right into the chest of Wardlow.
And PB taking control of the center of that ring. He's got him hooked. He's got him hooked. That full Nelson. Oh! Turns it into a leg drop. 2. No. Wardlow able to kick out. Beautiful transition from PB Smooth into that leg drop. but I gotta think the damage that PB's sustained here has holding him down a little longer. It's a little harder for him to breathe after all those midsection shots. PB smooth, got him hooked, got him up!
Oh my God!
Sit up, powerbomb! That is it! No! Kick out from Wardlow.
Wardlow's still got some fight left in him.
And now PB talking to himself here. PB called out Wardlow to do this for his mentor. You can see PB's hand taped up in an homage to his mentor, Bill Collier, who got screwed out of the title in his opinion, and now setting up Wardlow. Gonna try and lay him out with that choke bomb.
Wardlow though back behind Pretty Boy Smooth.
And for that German, I don't think he got all of it though. PB getting back up. Wardlow's got him again. And another. Wardlow's got a second gas tank deep inside him that he can just flip that switch and keep going. PB trying to hold on but can't. And Wardlow back to a knee here, trying to get back to his feet. And he is firmly in control now. Oh no. Big clothesline.
Covered by Wardlow. 1, 2. No, Pretty Boy Smooth getting his shoulder up one more time.
Little frustration here from Wardlow. It's the one chink in the armor. It's the one thing that anyone who wants to take a shot at Wardlow's resume they can say is you never beat Pretty Boy Smooth. And it's sitting deep inside Wardlow's craw, and he's gonna prove to everyone why he should be World Heavyweight Champion. PB's got him! He got him up! That's it! New champ!
Oh my God!
And somehow, some way, Wardlow able to find a way to kick out, and now you're seeing that frustration build in Pretty Boy Smooth. He's got to be asking himself what he's got to do. He's done it once before, but that was over a year ago.
There's so much more on the line now.
Uh-oh. Wardlow's got him up. All day driver.
But Wardlow not able to capitalize.
Got to crawl over.
Not
there
right away.
2. And somehow, some way, PB Smooth finds a way to get the shoulder up.
It was that split second, that very brief split second that Wardlow took to cover Pretty Boy Smooth. That was all the time that Smooth needed to get that shoulder up.
Yeah, and now the frustration's building deep inside Wardlow. He said, where's he going? Wardlow's going up. We don't see it often, but Wardlow's going up.
But Pretty Boy Smooth back to his feet, chop to the chest of Wardlow.
We don't see often PB Smooth going up either. These two men on the top rope. This jockeying for some position, Ted. You got to feel like this could be the match right here. If one man can get what they want from that top rope position.
And could that man be Wardlow? Climbing back over Pretty Boy Smooth, back to his feet.
He's got him up.
Oh my God!
Avalanche choke bomb. New champ.
2.
New champ.
No!
And now, sitting deep inside Pretty Boy Smooth's head.
What else does Smooth have in his arsenal?
And he knows it. You can feel it in Pretty Boy Smooth's mind right here. The confidence shaken off of that as Wardlow is climbing back to his feet. Smooth can't get in his head. He can't let this affect him. He's got to make His move now.
Oh!
Wait a minute. I don't think the referee saw, but that was a low blow. That's a low blow. Hook the tights. And yet he kicked out.
CJ Sensation didn't see it, but Wardlow kicking directly back, colliding right between the legs of PB Smooth.
Super kick by Wardlow. PB's shaking. Wardlow's got him looked. This is it. All-day driver. No. He caught him. No.
Oh my God.
Call the coroner. But PB can't capitalize. He's got to roll over. Now PB getting up. Wardlow getting to his feet. PB, that take fist.
Knockout blow from Pretty Boy Smooth.
It's a knockout blow, but Wardlow didn't get knocked out.
To any other man, it's a knockout blow. But to Wardlow, it's just a punch.
We talked about...
Oh!
We talked about this for Bill Collier. New champion!
Call the coroner! We've got a new Revenge World Champion!
Ted, we talked about Pretty Boy Smooth coming in, doing this for his mentor, doing this for Bill Collier, and it's so apropos that it was the knockout shot. It was the big fist that got PB that world championship.
What is this?
Wait a minute, from behind.
Oh my God! Someone coming in, taking the title from him, throwing sand in his face. It looked like
someone just attacked Pretty Boy Smooth, threw something in his eyes, laid him out with that title. CM Punk.
What? Oh my God!
That is Pretty Boy Smooth's mentor, his friend. Bill Collier just attacked PB Smooth from behind. And now, he's attacked his own mentee.
I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
I am a loss for words. Bill Collier has attacked PB Smooth and has claimed that this is his house, that's his title. This was his friend. He looked up to him. And Bill Collier has laid out PB Smooth, has made a point, and I don't know what that point is. Ted, we're going to have to get some interviews. You have to talk to some of these guys, because Bill Collier's walking out with the Revenge World title to end this night. We got to go. We have too much going on. My thanks to Colin Delaney and Ted Hollowell. I am shocked beyond words. We'll be back November 27th right here in the Avalon. I don't even know what to say. We got a new world champion.
But he's not leaving with the title in his possession.
We'll see everyone next time. We'll see everyone next time.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.